This Skilled to Work story is brought to you by General Atomics and Northeast Mississippi Community College.
If you don't have a degree, you might think you're limited in the types of work you can do. You might think you don't have a chance of getting a job at a company that works with things like putting computer chips together or assembling high-tech devices. But think again. For this week's Skilled to Work, WTVA's Bronson Woodruff took a trip to Keytronic.
Keytronic in Corinth is a technology company that specializes in building circuit boards, computer components, and other types of tech machinery. New product introduction manager Randy Plunk said the company is part of the electronic manufacturing services. This means they do not have a product. Instead, they have equipment on the floor that builds electronic assemblies.
Most of what we do is industrial and commercial, not necessarily consumer, so it would be like GPS tracking devices, electronic controls for railway systems, and tank link products for measuring fluid levels in tanks.
Have you ever shocked yourself on something, such as after you walk across the carpet and then you touch something? Well, here, if you shock yourself on these electrical components, you can damage them. That's where these things come in. These are called spots, these uniforms, and they keep that static electricity from building up so you don't shock yourself on any of these components.
Plunk explained that, yes, the global chip shortage is in fact impacting Keytronic. He said when material comes in, they try to quickly fill their orders.
At this time, we actually have a rise in orders, and so that is a little bit unique.
But they need people like you. He said right now Keytronic probably has about 65 assembly positions open.
And then sometimes if you don't get the parts, then you don't have the work to fulfill the orders. So.
Positions here range from those who do not need degrees to those who do. It depends on what job you want. They need basic assemblers out on the floor to run the machines you see here. He said, in fact, they encourage high school students to seek jobs with them, as opposed to going to college for 4 years to come out with a general degree.
4-year degrees for some of the electronic positions or mechanical engineering, but we also look to promote internally. So if we have people that want to go off and maybe take vocational training or maybe 2-year college degrees, we look at promoting them up also.
In Corinth, Bronson Woodruff, WTVA 9 News.
If you want to apply for a position with Keytronic, you can do so online. You can apply for a job with any of the company's 5 locations in the U.S. or with any of its other 3 locations in countries overseas.